Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be happy? It's a question that often leaves us pondering, isn't it? We live in a world that loves to complicate the concept of happiness. Some say it's about wealth, power, or success. But is that the whole truth? Happiness is not one size fits all. It's a uniquely tailored suit, cut and sewn to fit each individual perfectly. It is subjective, personal, and can vary greatly from person to person. For some, happiness is a warm meal after a long day. For others, it's the sound of laughter echoing through a room. Society often paints a picture of happiness that is materialistic and unattainable, but it's crucial to understand that this depiction is not universal. It's about finding your own definition, your own version of happiness that is true to you. Understanding what happiness means to you is the first step towards achieving it. The pursuit of happiness might sound like a relentless chase, but it doesn't have to be. Now let's shift our focus a bit. What if we started seeing happiness as a journey and not a destination? A different perspective, isn't it? Instead of chasing happiness as if it were a finish line, we should embrace it as an ongoing process, a continuous journey. There's a profound joy in the process, in the journey itself, that often gets overlooked in the hectic rush towards the finish line. Consider this. Imagine you're an artist, working on a piece of art. The finished artwork does bring a sense of accomplishment, but isn't there joy in the process too? The stroke of the brush, the blending of colors, the gradual unfolding of your vision onto the canvas? Isn't that where the real magic lies? The same principle applies to the pursuit of happiness. The journey, the process, the living of life itself, is where happiness truly resides. And this journey is deeply personal and unique to each one of us. It's shaped by our individual experiences, our values, our dreams, and our realities. But navigating this journey requires self-awareness. It's about knowing who we are, what we want, and what truly brings us joy. It's about accepting ourselves, with all our strengths and flaws, and understanding that it's okay to be a work in progress. In this pursuit of happiness, it's crucial to remember that it's not about achieving perfection or avoiding failure. It's not about comparing our journey to someone else's highlight reel. It's about embracing our own path, with all its twists and turns, ups and downs. It's about finding joy in the small moments, the everyday experiences that make up our lives. So, let's rethink our approach to happiness. Let's stop chasing it as a distant goal and start embracing it as a part of our journey. Let's learn to find joy in the process, in the living of life itself. Because at the end of the day, happiness is not just about the destination, it's about the journey. Embrace the journey, for that's where real happiness lies. What if I told you that happiness could be broken down into 3 simple pillars? That's right, folks, just 3. Let's dive right in and explore these pillars of happiness: gratitude, purpose, and relationships. First, let's talk about gratitude. This isn't just about saying thank you when someone holds the door for you, although that's part of it. It's about actively recognizing the good in your life, the things that you have to be thankful for. It's about appreciating the sunrise, the smell of fresh coffee, the sound of your favorite song. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you start to see the world in a whole different light. It's like switching from black and white to technicolor. Suddenly everything is brighter, richer, more vibrant. Next up, purpose. This isn't about finding the meaning of life, but rather finding meaning in your life. What drives you? What fuels your passion? What gets you out of bed in the morning, ready to take on the world? That's your purpose. It could be your career, your family, a hobby, or a cause you believe in. Whatever it is, having a sense of purpose gives your life direction and makes you feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. Lastly, we have relationships. We're social creatures, us humans. We thrive on connection and community. Relationships, whether they're with family, friends, or romantic partners, provide us with love, support, and a sense of belonging. They challenge us, they inspire us, they help us grow. Sure, relationships can be messy and complicated, but they're also one of the greatest sources of joy and fulfillment in our lives. So there you have it: gratitude, purpose, relationships. These 3 pillars support the structure of a happy life. They're the foundation upon which we build our joy, our contentment, our satisfaction. They're not always easy to cultivate, but the effort is more than worth it. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all striving for? A life filled with happiness and joy? Gratitude, purpose, relationships, the trifecta of true happiness. Now, how can one achieve happiness? Let's delve into a step-by-step guide to help you navigate this journey towards bliss. The first step is to engage in self-reflection. This isn't just about gazing into the mirror, it's about looking inward, exploring your thoughts, your feelings, your desires, and your fears. It's about understanding who you are at your core. This self-awareness is the foundation of happiness. The second step is identifying sources of joy. What makes you smile? What gets your heart racing with excitement? Maybe it's a hobby, a book, a song, or a place. It could be as simple as a cup of coffee in the morning or a stroll in the park. Once you've identified these sources of joy, make them a part of your everyday routine. You see, happiness often lies in the little things that we take for granted. Next, we move on to practicing gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in what we don't have and forget to appreciate the things we do have. Take a moment each day to acknowledge the good in your life. It could be your family, your friends, your health, or even the roof over your head. By focusing on the positive, you train your mind to see the good in every situation, and this can significantly boost your happiness. The fourth step is finding your purpose. This might seem daunting, but it's not about finding the meaning of life. It's about discovering what gives your life meaning. What are you passionate about? What makes you feel fulfilled? Once you've found your purpose, embrace it, pursue it, live it. This sense of purpose can provide a deep sense of happiness that's far more lasting than any temporary joy. Finally, we arrive at the fifth step, cultivating meaningful relationships. We are social creatures after all. We thrive on connection, on love, on friendship. Spend time with the people who matter to you. Be there for them, and let them be there for you. These connections can provide a sense of belonging, a sense of acceptance that's integral to our happiness. And there you have it, a step-by-step guide to achieving happiness. Remember, happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. It's not about being happy all the time, it's about finding happiness in the moments that truly matter. So start your journey today. Engage in self-reflection, identify your sources of joy, practice gratitude, find your purpose, and cultivate meaningful relationships. You might stumble, you might take a few wrong turns, but that's okay. It's all part of the journey. Remember, every step you take towards happiness is a victory in itself. So, what have we learned about happiness? Well, we've covered quite a bit of ground, haven't we? We've dissected the concept of happiness, looked at it from different angles, and even picked apart its anatomy. We've realized that happiness isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's as unique as we are, shaped by our experiences, beliefs, and values. It's about personal interpretation, not a universal definition. We've acknowledged that the pursuit of happiness isn't a race or a competition, it's a journey, one that requires patience, resilience, and a fair bit of introspection. It's about finding joy in the journey, not just the destination. And it's about recognizing that setbacks and challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones on the path to happiness. We've also explored the three pillars of happiness: positive emotions, engagement, and meaning. Each pillar is equally important, and together they form the foundation of true, lasting happiness. Positive emotions help us to appreciate life's pleasures. Engagement allows us to fully immerse ourselves in our activities, to lose ourselves in the flow. And meaning, well, that's about finding purpose, about connecting our actions to something bigger than ourselves. And then, there were the steps to achieve happiness. Remember, it's not about a quick fix. It's about making small, sustainable changes that add up over time. It's about cultivating a positive mindset, nurturing relationships, setting and achieving goals, taking care of our health, and practicing gratitude. But let's not forget one of the most important lessons. Happiness is an inside job. It's not about what you have or what you do, it's about who you are and how you perceive the world around you. It's about finding contentment within, regardless of external circumstances. Happiness isn't something external to chase, but a state of being to cultivate within. So, let's cultivate it, nurture it, and let it flourish. Because at the end of the day, happiness is a choice, and it's one that we all deserve to make.